guys. It's a little sleepy time podcast today.
To be honest, because Aaron has been on his writing schedule still, I think he started it the last time that we recorded.
Yeah. I think that's accurate.
But since he's still on that schedule and I am unemployed, we have been staying up till Aaron has been staying up till 4:30, and I'll often find him on the couch most nights. And I'll get up at 5 a.m. or 3 a.m. and I'll notice that he's still not in bed. Sometimes I don't go get him because I'm he's still working. But then when I see the sun start to rise, I'm okay, he probably fell asleep on the couch. So the other night I went to grab him from the couch and he was starting to get up and I was okay, he'll follow me. I turned back around. He's tucked himself tighter into the covers on that couch, and I know that he is not aware that I am standing over him. I have to pick him up and hold his little tiny hand and bring him to the bed because it's important that you sleep in your bed for at least a couple hours a night. Look at that. Look at the size of that hand. It's so small. Same size. Yep. And I don't have big hands.
No, it's me. I'm the problem.
You're never the problem. They're adorable.
Oh, thanks.
So,
yeah. Yeah, you guys.
Aaron told me today that
America's been kind of hard this year.
Oh, are you talking about America?
Or I just mean I guess our lives are included in that. I'm just being generally.
You mean America, the country, that we live in?
Yeah, but I mean our life, things have just been a little bit exhausting. That's all I'm trying to say.
Oh, 100%. But when you say America, you mean America? I
just mean everything.
The country, or
yeah, for sure. But we're included in that.
Or are you using America as a jargon? I'm
yeah,
a
perhaps.
Confused.
It was
confusing.
I thought it was a little exhausting.
America has been a little tough this year, and I'm well, yeah, America, the country, has been a little freaking tough this year, but
But I feel
it just you jumped.
I feel people have been walking around with a little weight, a little ankle weight.
Oh, 100%. But I don't think it's just America.
Than an ankle, but I feel
America is really bad this year. But I thought do you mean America's bad this year? As in life is bad this year?
I just feel I've been, it feels
I guess I didn't really
it just
understand.
feels I have ankle weights on. It feels I have wrist weights on. That's how it feels.
Yeah.
Walking to make my coffee, I got an ankle weight on. But I'm not getting the caloric gains from that weight down. Does that make sense?
No, nothing you're saying is making sense.
Never mind. Continue as you're saying.
Are you guys confused too, or? Anyway, why? What's felt particularly heavy this past?
It's not even well, I guess it is a heaviness, but just there's always something to be done. I feel you know, when you have these dreams.
On the grind, Aaron.
That's true, but sometimes it feels good.
I feel I'm in, you know, those little. Leela used to have one of these, and I used to climb into her crib and stare at it because it was so mesmerizing. Those little baby tanks.
Oh, she's a baby in the story.
Yeah, she's a baby in the story. There's a tank, so I was probably 5.
Right. And
it's a tiny plastic fish tank that you hang onto your crib, and you kind of watch the water slowly move, and you watch little plastic fish move back and forth, and little seaweed.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, those are
those are great.
They're so calming.
Wow.
Absolutely amazing. I would have one right now just by my bed, and I would love it.
We should get one of those.
Maybe we should.
We should get one of those. It has
to be aesthetic, though.
Well, we can.
I don't know.
They're nice. I like it.
I don't know if we need toys.
I like it. But that's kind of a nice toy, but we can put it on the toy shelf.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's more of a knick-knack shelf, not a toy shelf.
I remember.
But the point is I feel... Now it feels a little soothing, actually, reflecting on it. But I feel that fish, or more, I feel the seaweed at the bottom. That's kind of just floating in limbo and stuck in this jelly-like water. Yeah. I wake up every day at
that Jello.
You would be the kid to eat the Jello. Anyway, I've been waking up every day at 10 a.m., which is kind of insane for me since I used to finish my day at 10 a.m. when I was working at the Pilates studio.
So true.
So I don't know. I just kind of feel what is there to do today? I don't know. I guess I could bake something. And I've been baking crumble. So.
Do you think the crumble will be okay for the duration of this podcast? Because we put in 20 minutes before.
I don't know, Aaron, honestly.
Okay, at 10, I'm going to go check on it.
Okay.
And then, just so
Aaron's
you guys
like
know
really
for now.
worried about this crumble that I made him.
I've never made a crumble, so when it's the first time, I get a little
trying
nervous.
to make like cookies once a month for Aaron, except it did not last a month. It lasted like maybe a week. The
They were
cookies I
so
made.
good though.
And so now that I'm leaving again, you guys, because I'm going to NASCAR, I know it's really off-brand for me. When honestly though, one of our episodes, like one of our first episodes,
last time you went to NASCAR
was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So we were starting this podcast around 2 years ago. It's almost been 3 years of this no, 2.
It's been 2.
2 years of this podcast. Wow.
Legendary, man.
And
if you got in here, if you got in early, welcome to the inner circle. Hello.
No, seriously. That podcast was crazy because my dad got into a physical altercation and then we found out later that he just like fell and hit his head and it wasn't from being hit.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was a hoax this whole time.
He got into a fight. Like everyone got into a fight, but I don't even know if he was. And God bless that he wasn't one to throw a punch. He's a 55-year-old man. He should not be throwing a punch.
No one should be throwing a punch past
and
22.
At that point, yeah. So anyway, he got into this fight and his like head is bleeding and all this stuff, and we're all really concerned because we're like, damn, Dad, like you got into a physical altercation at NASCAR, like what happened? And it just was never clarified. Like it was always vague.
There was a mystery to the
answers.
story. Yeah.
And honestly, I was a little embarrassed to talk about him getting fake hit on the podcast because I didn't want to like call him out. And
no, because you don't know the full context. We don't know what's happening. Context,
but rumor has it that he fell on his own and hit his head on the railing.
Like post fight in the hustle
like
and
in
bustle?
The heat, maybe.
In the heat. Well, there's some grace there.
But no one. I don't think he punched anyone. I don't think.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I prefer this story.
I prefer the story a lot too.
1000%.
Like you slipped and fell in a NASCAR race, like. Whatever. It is what it is. Those cars are going so fast. I have to be careful when I'm walking down
I would get
steps.
vertigo just from watching them go round and round.
Honestly.
I would get dizzy.
They make me dizzy. I mean, go NASCAR. Like, that's cool. What I want to see, though, more from NASCAR, the F1 girlies are really bringing in the best fashion I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
They're gorgeous. The wives. The wags.
The wags?
Why do they call them wags?
I never heard that before.
Yeah, they say wags for like all sports teams. Like wives.
I don't know. No idea.
Anyway.
I've never heard that until just now.
Really? Wives and girlfriends. Wags.
Good little wordle right there.
Yeah.
That's smart.
So anyway, I want to see the NASCAR wags pull through. Like honestly.
Do they sit in the front? Do they all sit together? What's their vibe?
They sit with like the pit crew, I think.
Okay.
But it would be more. I think it would be more interesting if they spiced it up a little. You know.
What do you think they should do? What would be your preference?
What I like what the F1 girls do is they wear like very high fashion though, like very bougie.
That's a very high fashion.
I don't think it has to be like as high fashion as the tennis and the F1 wags.
Like a Wimbledon
but what
vibe.
I would suggest, I think it would be really interesting if they went on that theme of not wearing anything sponsored and anything that like shows off their guy's number. Like I think it would be interesting if they just like pull up and like kind of like a cowboy chic look.
I understand. I'd
it
be
could
open
be like
to that idea.
Kind of like really cool vintage pieces, lots of like
you just want them to shine and have their own moment.
Yeah, and I think that what the F1 girlies do well is that they're never like just wearing like a jacket for their mans, you know what I mean? Like they're in full garb. I wish I was more of a fashion girly that I could like tell you exactly what they were wearing. I'm not. I just know what looks good and what doesn't, and they look good. Okay? That it is what it is.
This is all you need to know.
Also, I wanted to say, like, I know it's very common for a lot of podcasters to be dressed down on their podcast, and then they like they create merch where it's like focused around their sweats.
You're right.
Like Call Her Daddy or like even the Tiger Belly one. And they have like kind of like a t-shirt, right?
They do beanies and stuff.
And it's kind of like about the vibe of being dressed down and chill. We have never once put on that vibe. Look at what we are wearing.
I feel like we could sell like a couch. We could sell
And
like
we're not even like dressed down cute. We're like, I'm wearing my glasses. I have no makeup on. My hair is greasy, and I am in my pajamas that are now stained with a little bit of pie. And we're literally in our beds talking to you. So
we could sell.
this is as real as it gets, you guys. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, I would agree completely.
I do have a question for you, actually,
Sure.
now that it's hit 2 years of the pod.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, like, in an ideal world of this podcast, would you pitch this podcast to another, like, network, or what would be your dream for the growth of this podcast?
I don't know.
Something I was genuinely curious
Because if you're giving it to another, like, people, right? If you're giving it to another entity, the idea is that they provide you like exposure or some kind of like thing in return. So, I mean, I would definitely be like open to that, but I don't necessarily feel like that's been like the goal of this pod.
I know we have like a specific goal for this podcast.
Right.
But do you have like a commercial goal for this podcast?
Like growth and stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if we were really focused on growth, we'd go like so hard on the reels, and we would probably I'd probably just like force you to do vlogs of yourself.
Yeah. You know, the thing about it, and you guys are really hearing us think in draft, I know that this is like kind of irrelevant because whatever, we could fully do this and be known for it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't want to be like known as someone who podcasts first, I guess. But now that my life is like, I'm getting older and I'm not feeling like the acting thing is really picking up, maybe. But I also don't know if I want to be like known as Sophia. Do you know what I'm saying?
So what do you mean by that? Podcast
I think
Sophia.
vlogging is really fun, and I think like
I see what you're saying.
Like if I was, I don't know, because clearly I'm showing my authentic self to the internet, but I think that podcasting is a little bit more.
You really got to tune in to get all the juicy deets.
Yeah, like anyone can have a podcast, and you can hear a clip here and there to kind of gauge something about my personality, but the truth is you're going to get the real me very authentically from a podcast, and there's going to be a select number of people. Even if I have like even if I build a big career from acting or whatever, like you'd have to be you'd have to be interested in a very specific part of myself to watch a full podcast of me, you know? So that feels kind of like a separate thing. With vlogs, I think that it's more like an influencer type, or you have to go for a certain, like, what are you saying with the vlogs? You know, like if we were vlogging our entire day, we'd be foodies. Like we would be known to the internet as foodies, because that's all we do is eat and talk about food. Which is super cool. I just like, I don't know if I want all of my energy to be put into something like that. And I think that's why I haven't like gone as hard with, I feel like we haven't gone as hard with the podcast.
Right.
Which sometimes I have regrets about. Like I'm like, maybe we should just push harder with this pod. Like really try. I don't know, because
to become the next Call Her Daddy.
No, I don't think that we would ever do that. No.
But I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, I understand. There are reservations always with putting yourself on the internet, and that especially being like what people perceive you as first. Like because I don't know if I've said this before, but when people like ask, what do you do? I've been golfing a lot recently. So you get paired up with all these randos. Golf is like I didn't realize very like social, especially on like public courses.
You're kind of more social than I am in a weird way.
I don't
because you would socialize with strangers, and that would terrify me.
It was very scary the first 2 times, but now it's just custom, so it doesn't really faze me that much
Yeah.
anymore. But yeah, like I do like to be left alone. Like, would I prefer to be with like the talking dads? No. Would I prefer to be with my little Korean grandparents in
Yes.
their group early in the morning? There's still fog. The Korean mamas offer me some tangerines on hole 6. With them every single freaking time.
That is a good group.
It's a par 3. They get their 3 hybrid out. It's amazing. Hit it 50 yards. It goes dead straight every goddamn time. They're still beating me.
Don't know
God
what
bless.
that means, but
If you know,
support.
you know.
You know.
All I'm going to say there is... Wait, what the hell was I talking about? Hell. Set up this whole metaphor and I forgot. What were you saying before this? Because that will inform to me.
You are tied to what you're talking about. You're talking to strangers. They ask what you do.
Yes.
And you said.
Because and people do that at golf. They want to label you in their minds immediately. They see you. What do you do? I do this. I understand you completely. Right? For example, we don't just want to... We very much enjoy this pod. It's been very good to us. Very good for us. We love all you beautifuls. But that's not the end all be all for us, right? There are other things we want to do. And I think that by doing this, you don't want to push too hard because you feel like that is how other people will label you.
Yeah, and I think that people can like, I don't know. Also, the thing is, what always was the goal for the pod for me, I wasn't necessarily ever focused on growth. And I think, you know, looking at the fact that we have not grown that much, I think, which we have, but when I look at it, I'm like, oh, we haven't grown to a point where we can like support ourselves off of the pod, obviously. I'm disappointed by that, but then I realized like that was never my goal. So
Yeah.
that's probably why, because I never pushed that type of growth. What my goal was is to make it in a completely different way and have this be a resource to look back on for other people who are trying to figure out how we got there. And that's like kind of like a manifestation of where I want to be in my life.
This is like podcast boyhood for us. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So I think if we did do a sort of vlog, and again, like you're just hearing our thought process right now.
Yeah.
I think if we did do a sort of vlog, I would only want to focus on the process of making a film or that sort of thing. And I don't know if I'd want to show like everything exactly as is. But
I agree with that.
I think I'd be interested in showing like our relationship and how it is kind of on the daily, like figuring out
like
what works and what doesn't. Because the truth is, like, everyone will say to me, like, it's so crazy that you're working with your partner. And
yeah, people say that a lot.
Yeah, what do they
like
say to
Phil
you?
on the golf course? I said that my partner is like my business partner and is an actor. He was like, ooh.
Yeah,
I was like,
everyone
Phil, do
says
you got
that.
something to fucking say to me right now?
I'm gonna be honest.
I was gonna kill Phil by the end of that shit.
I know Phil sounded fucking insane.
Anyway,
the truth is like I don't know. If my partner is the person that I am most comfortable with in this world, like genuinely hands down. And so I feel that we can fight about anything.
yeah.
That we can give each other honest feedback, and we know that it's with thought and care and there's love there, and that we genuinely want each other to succeed 100%.
Yes.
There is no aspect of competition or
0%.
Like, I genuinely want Aaron to succeed as much as I want myself to succeed.
Yeah, I feel the exact
sometimes
same way.
more, because I can see his strengths more than my own at some points. And I think that with friendships, I've never had that type of relationship in my life. So, and maybe that's I don't know. I think that there's more competition for me personally with friendships, or there's less familial.
And there's more tension, I feel like, generally.
But I know some people feel the opposite of that.
Yeah.
But what I say to that is, if you feel the opposite of that, and you don't have to work with your partner, but if you feel that there's like more competition or more of that tension within your own relationship, you probably shouldn't be with that person long term, honestly. That's just my thought process. Like,
If that's your reason for not working for them. I mean, there are a lot of people who date who aren't in the same industry or doing the same thing. But I think you do hear that a lot from actors, especially too.
Yes.
Where like, I could never be in a show with my partner. Why not? You can't spend time with
There
them?
was, I think, one moment that I've ever felt that way. And it was you guys. Aaron and I had just hooked up. And we kind of weren't telling. And we were in a class of 20. And we're fucking 19. So we're like little freaks. And we had to perform the Greeks the next day. And wear these god-awful masks. And like... really, no, it's not here. It's at my home in San Francisco, the mask I stole.
Right.
And we have to like emote using the masks. And I was so shy and awkward. And it was like right after Aaron and I first hooked up. It was the first time he like saw me act after that. And I was wearing this like really insane mask. And my teacher was like, okay, like go out there. And you really give it your all. And then after she tore me a new one, she was like, that, you just weren't even acting. That was terrible. And I got in the bus, the Umish bus, and Aaron was also on that bus. But
I let you go.
I hid from him.
I let you go. I didn't get on the bus. You went on a different bus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I remember hiding from you because I was crying on that bus because I was so embarrassed. And I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to have this relationship with Aaron because I just bombed that. But to be honest, looking back, like it was really the direction I was given and
the whole
the fear
environment
around being so dramatic.
Anyway, yeah, it was just the whole vibe was not...
That was the only time that I've ever felt like...
desirable. And what do you mean? Was that funny?
It's like, that was the only time I've ever felt, and then you're like, desirable.
Oh, I finished your sentence. Sorry. I was on my own track. Anyhow, yeah, no, I
That's
agree
the only
completely.
time I've ever felt awkward.
That's fair.
Aaron.
Yeah, so maybe it's like a you haven't been together long enough, or you haven't explored that side of yourself with that person.
I think, yeah, or you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself.
Or
I don't even
you
know.
got to get out of there. You got to run.
It doesn't.
Away.
The thing is you don't have to work together. It's not a thing. For me personally, I enjoy always thinking about what I'm gonna do and my passions. It doesn't really feel like work because it's my dream. So I know it feels like work to Aaron though.
Oh my god, the fucking Crumble. It's 22 minutes.
Fuck. Oh my god, I'll just keep talking. Oh. Aaron just hit himself on the dresser. He's so worried about this crumble, you guys. I made it extra buttery for him. We made a cherry and not nectarine. It's not peaches. I think it's a nectarine. Which we should have had peaches, but the peaches weren't very soft. You know, Trader Joe's produce is hit or miss, but their cherries are delectable. I've gotten like 3 of the organic cherry cases since going there. Oh my god, you guys, the crumble is here. Oh, it's sizzling. And we have Jenny's ice cream, which we're really excited about. Wait, can I see it? Bring it up close. That's going to be so hot. Okay. Yeah, we should have added more flour.
More flour looks great.
We should have added a lot more flour. I should have just done that on my own. Oh well. Anyway, I kind of forgot what I was saying, but the crumble is a little disappointing to me, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely should have added more flour. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. But the point is like I probably should be putting more energy into this pod because these moments here I feel really myself and I feel really happy. I think I had a realization today and I don't know if my hormones are off or I've just been like a little bit depressed because of everything going on in my life. But I had this little realization today where I was like, I'm just a freak. Like my whole life I've always felt like a little freak. And I don't know if that's like my obstacle or if it pushes me, but it makes me like very isolated in a way, like very self-isolated. And I've always just felt I've never felt like I've fit in any situation that I've ever been in.
Like a lone wolf.
Yeah, like, and I think that in romantic relationships is where, especially with you, obviously, I feel like I fit in because, not to say to like search for a partner to feel like you fit in, but my partner's pretty awesome, so that's why I feel that way. But yeah, I've like always felt like I've never felt that I fit in my entire life. I'm now realizing that. In any group. So I think that that's an interesting thing about myself. And I guess I'm thinking about it more because right now I'm not really I don't go out and do like hobbies like golf and things like that. And I don't really, I know it's important to like try to connect to people when you're in your 20s because you have to like make that extra step to make friends and things like that. But for me, I think there's like something like, I don't know. I just really prefer to be by myself, like in my bed with my tea and my stuffed animals and just really like freaking pared down and weird sometimes. But I also love like a glam up, like gorgeous moment, of course. But that does feel like I'm putting on something else. Do you know what I mean?
It's the best way to think about it is, when do you feel like you're recharging, right? It's this. Feel like we're recharging right now. And I feel like I'm the same way. I feel like when I'm out, I'm spending my energy. I'm not recharging anything.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's, except with you, but if I'm like with a friend, it could be very chill, just going to the gym or going for a walk or whatever it might be, lunch. Even if it's not high activity, I feel like I'm spending.
Yeah, that's true. Me too. But I will say this. I do not feel that way when I'm on a set or when I'm in a production. I feel that I fit in very much in those settings.
I see.
And I feel my most authentic self and I feel recharged even if it's a very long day.
I could relate to that. I think I feel very exhausted, but it's a good feeling. So back to what I was saying before of like what I've been feeling this week. I've been kind of dividing my energy, but I just feel like I am chugging and chugging and chugging away, but I'm not feeling that gratification.
Well, because also you're writing.
Which honestly
Which you
just
do
feels
not feel
like
any like I am not a writer, so I personally don't know, so you can speak on this more than I can. Anything that I've tried to write, or for example when we're editing something. Now, I'm not the one who writes or edits. So, but I do feel that it is a dragged out process and it's hell.
Yeah.
And there's not really a reward that you get from it until, I mean, I get that high when I'm on set, but maybe for you, you feel that high when you're writing. And do you ever feel that?
I do if I write a great scene, but what's difficult about it...
Like, would you say you feel more of a high when you're on set or when
Definitely when you're on set, because there's a thrill to solving problems and there's a thrill to finishing something. It's a complete task to be done with your day. You gotta get it done by the time you finish. So you're finishing things and you're always doing things and you're always on. So by the time you're done, it feels great. You know?
So do you think if you had like a really hard deadline,
it just doesn't...
But you've never had a real hard deadline.
I mean, I have had hard deadlines.
With writing.
Yeah. In like classes, I guess, and stuff, where it's like there's a reading date set. But I just don't think that's been my problem lately. I don't know. Like I'm trying to think what... Yeah, I don't know.
What do you think the problem's been?
I don't know if it's necessarily been a problem because I've been doing it. It's just...
But you don't feel like you've crossed that threshold where do you ever feel a high when you write? It's not the same, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I feel good. Do
you feel more of a high when you edit?
no, I feel like hell, and I feel like death, and I feel like destruction and doing something evil.
Right.
Not to others, to myself.
Uh-huh.
Little bit of poison, put it in the meal.
Okay.
Give it a little mix.
I'm scared to eat that crumble now.
Yeah.
So what has been coming up for you during this process? Because you've probably been writing for like what, 2 weeks?
Yeah. Like round the clock 2 weeks. I mean, I think that
Aaron was supposed to give me the script as a gift in December, but we're in July now. He took a 6-month break.
well, when you
from
put it
writing.
that way. Yeah, that was an L. That was definitely an L for Aaron over there. He definitely dropped the ball on that one, as he's done on several other occasions. I mean, this one too, the thing that we're working on is just so... It's not super plotty. Do you know what I mean?
It's more about the characters.
It's very much character-y, which just means anything can happen. So obviously there are scenes that I have structured.
It's easier when it's plotty.
But like, for example, like the noir one,
Yeah.
which is this means nothing to anyone watching. This is literally just you and me talking. But there have been a couple things that we're writing in circulation, but there's an order to it.
Our goal is to make a feature film. Let's just say that one. And then we have other scripts that we've planned.
Yeah.
But I think that the point of recording, getting in front of a camera, even doing this, it's also that we can make feature films.
Yeah. So with like that one, because it's
we're writing our
so
first one right now.
plot and twist focused, like that feels very like I see it. Not see it, but I feel like the trajectory of it just lines up. There's only a certain way it can go in my head. With this one, there's a lot of characters, and it's very much like trying to capture, like the city is the character in a way as well for me, and you just want to capture all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to come from the writing, and it can't be expositional. Like I hate when movies do that. So yeah, it's just been trying to peel back what I think is, in my writing at least, exposition, which when I do it, it's some writers are actually good at it. I'm not.
And which writers?
I don't know. It's not my personal taste, but there are writers who do it. There are. You know what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, I get you. Sorry, I got distracted because Donna's like
she gets
screaming.
She gets into the night hours. Again, we have to put her on a schedule. I'll do it when you're gone. I'll wake her up. She's been hiding in a box, which you saw at the end of the last podcast. She's still hiding in that box.
I think when I'm gone, you're gonna be sleeping all day and working all night.
It's very possible.
I'm kind of sad to be leaving you, honestly.
I know. It feels sad this time.
It feels really sad. Do you think everything's gonna be okay? I'm sorry. I'm
What?
anxious.
What's gonna...
My anxious thoughts just came out on the pod.
Like what?
I don't know. Bro, honestly, I'm going to be real with you. When you're in
Yeah?
like a really healthy relationship, I was talking about this with my neighbor who's married, who found us this apartment. You do not worry about your partner cheating on you. You worry about them dying. Like for real. Like that is the irrational fear that you have.
Yeah, that's fair.
And if you are worried about them cheating on you, like...
Yeah, what are we doing?
Chances are it's not going to work out for you.
Yeah.
I've just been feeling a little anxious lately with all the loss in my life, but that's okay.
No, that becomes a fear. Seriously.
That becomes...
The older you
I
get.
think also there's a lot of illness that's been going a constant theme in life lately. So
yeah, what the hell's been going on?
I think it's just like it's a fear in the back of my head now.
No, that makes sense.
Which obviously it wasn't before, and that was very... I didn't know a lot of people who were sick before, but now I do. And it's very scary.
Yeah, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So it was only 6, so not a lot can go wrong in that time. Knocking
will be,
on
bro,
wood.
everything will be fine. I don't know why my anxious thoughts are just like coming out on the pod to you guys today, but
Okay, this is the place
also my
for it.
positive thoughts, you know, this does make me feel like I have a purpose when I sit in front of a camera and just speak into a microphone.
There you go.
You know, with my mug, my
Look at that
pinky,
mug.
my pinkie pie.
Yes, the pig. Yes. Nothing to say today, but one day she'll.
One day she'll speak up and
Yeah.
speak out.
Mhm. For what's right. Yeah. I think that hopefully the next podcast I will be in a very different state. I'll feel accomplished. I'll be ready to tackle it all, and I'll be done. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have a little printout party. I'm gonna print it all out. I'm gonna do a big thump.
Maybe a thump, not a throw.
Not a throw. I corrected. Yeah.
100% never a throw.
Yeah. With loose paper, we don't even have
No.
a stapler, so we can't even staple them.
We should maybe go to like copywriting
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. You
Do
corrected
that.
yourself.
Yeah, I did.
So you didn't give up
They
the
didn't want to
Addy.
dox us.
You
Like
didn't
want to
give up the
do.
Addy.
But you guys, the thing is like I also
I don't even think it would matter, honestly.
no at this point no.
Who gives a
Everyone
shit?
freaking lives in this
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Who doesn't live in this neighborhood? If you guess, I'll send you a sticker.
Oh my god, what kind of sticker? Not your toes, Aaron.
Gotta get the views, man.
No one wants to see your toes.
They'll settle for second.
They will?
I'm sure they freaking will. You let me know. I know you guys are lurking.
You have the largest freaking feet I've ever seen in my life.
Which is so funny because everything
He has-
else about me is small.
Yeah, your hands.
Thanks. Got a nice save there. Yeah.
True.
The feet have always been big. It's been a big problem for me, actually, growing up.
Really?
Yeah. It's like a big problem.
Wait,
But we'll talk about that some other
Wait, are
time.
you being honest?
No, I'm just kidding. But shoe shopping was a little tricky because the shoes were always just big. My feet were growing a lot as a kid. I'd have to get new shoes every 6
Aaron was
months.
like freakishly tall as a kid,
Yes.
and it just doesn't make
So
sense.
you just have
'cause
to
he's
imagine
so small
this.
now.
You have to imagine this. I'm like, let's be honest, 5'9", but you agree with that number.
Yeah, I agree with 5'9".
You agree with that number.
I do.
Okay, I'm just making sure 5'9",
You used
but
to say 5'10".
well, every fucker says 5'10", but now it's not cool to say
No,
5'10".
now every fucker
Unless-
says 6'1".
Like if you're a true 5'10",
My dad is a true 5'10".
then you got to round up to 5'11". I'm gonna be honest with you.
You think he's 5'9"?
We're the same height.
No, you're not.
He
You know what I
puffs
think
out.
about you?
He
I
puffs
think
out,
if
dude.
you stood up straight, you'd probably be a 5'10".
No, I know for a fact I wouldn't be. But
My dad has impeccable posture.
he has great posture. He
Which
stands
I
up
have
straight.
terrible posture.
He stands up straight to the
Hope my
T's.
family isn't watching this.
Okay. No, but I think we're the same height. Dare I say? We can go back to back. I think we're close enough where
Do you think
next time I
is the
see
same
him-
height as you?
I don't know, but maybe the next time we all see each other, we do a back to back moment.
Yeah, you do a butt to butt.
We go butt to butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always good to know. See, the thing with my mom is like I'm a little taller than her, but we used to be the same height, but my butt would just be really like, I have longer legs, I think.
Yeah, I have really short legs.
Really?
For me, yeah, I have small legs. I have a normal torso. Legs short.
I'm pretty averagely proportioned, though. As a 5'5" woman, I do feel that I'm pretty extremely tall compared to everyone in my life is very short.
So is a 5'5" woman like the equivalent to a 5'10" man or the equivalent to a 5'11" man? As I'm trying to gauge what
I'm
the
gonna say
relation is.
5'11".
What's the average height in the United States for a woman?
5'5".
Okay, so then it's like 5'10". This is 5'10" for men.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's 5'11".
You think the average height of a man is 5? You think the average height of a man is 2 inches taller than me?
I don't know.
You think I'm not below it?
No. You're definitely below average, 100%. It's not a bad thing. Like,
No,
I'm
it's not.
exactly
If
average.
you think about it, why do we think about it as below or above average?
I'm going to be honest with you.
We're just not in the median. If you think about it, being the average is what's shit. You're a piece of trash.
I'm
You're
average.
Oh, right.
I'm like exactly the average.
No, I was just trying to make myself feel better.
Do you actually feel insecure about your height? 'Cause
No, not
I've
at all.
always really liked short kings. Like, it's been a thing of mine.
Yeah.
I've actually never really liked tall men in my life.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, cute. Well,
I had
God
a
bless.
crush in 8th grade, and he was
Shorty.
shorter. I would just always wear Converse around him. Those are my.
But you
father
wouldn't go
shoes.
shorter than you. Don't answer that. It's fine. Keep it
I
open
would,
ended. It's
yeah.
about the personality.
I would.
It's about the personality.
Height has never mattered to me, to be completely honest with you.
I feel the same way.
Well, you're a man, so.
JK.
Do I like to feel like a little bit like I can put my head on your chest when we're hugging? Yeah, but I could also put your head on my chest when we're hugging, and that's fine as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
You're a little delirious today.
So true.
You and your freaking giant feet.
Yep. You're so right. Well, what do you say we tend to this crumble? It's been 40 minutes, and I think I'm ready to crumble it up. What about you?
I could tell from the moment that you got out of bed that you would be thinking only of the
About the
crumble
crumble?
for the rest of the pod.
I can't smell since I have long COVID from year. It's been years. It's been years, you guys.
He actually does. He lost his smell from COVID.
So I can't smell. I can smell the crumble though. So I'm gonna go eat that crumble.
Okay.
Little photo of me eating the crumble at the end.
Yeah, we'll get little photos of us eating the crumble, you guys.
A little slideshow. Maybe the end will be a slideshow of the crumble.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
All right. Enjoy your week, guys. We will be back.
Yes. Fee-fa-fo fun, bitches, and thanks for tuning in.